We are more than a magazine right now. We are telling stories and publishing more.
Didn't I say that? Hi, it's your girl Maxie, aka Amaka, Amax, or Amaka, as my mom calls me. I enjoy gisting, I enjoy having conversations, and I have really impactful ones with the people that I come across. And I thought to sit down and have a series and document these important conversations that I'm having. And I'm going to start off with the conversation that I'm having with Adesua Anyinokwe, also known as my mother, but I call her AO. And she is the founder, CEO, and editor-in-chief of Today's Woman magazine. And I sit with her as she takes us through the journey of her business, of her brand, of her legacy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this scintillating conversation that I'm having with AO in a 3-part series where you get to understand a little bit more about Today's Woman and the brand's story. Enjoy.
How was it like being in the market? Because there were other magazines. There were other women.
Sure. What you found was what you found that people were looking for the most salacious or the most. It was a bit of a struggle, right? But like I always felt, I read 4 or 5 magazines. I didn't see why people can't read many because the different approaches.
So there was space in the
There
market.
was space. Yes. I mean, if I could afford to buy 1,000 naira magazine, I can buy 4 because I love to read magazines. Anybody who loves to read magazines will do that. I'll buy 4. So, but because the space was getting narrower in terms of people only wanted to, I didn't want to only tell celebrity stories. Celebrities are good. So I'd say I was the magazine that even if you were not a celebrity, you could get there. So what you found was that there are a lot of people who became celebrities later who started off with TW. Some of them forgot, but it really didn't matter. We gave them the space to give them the ear, right? So, I mean, I was more about the story, more about what is it am I going to get out of it? What would somebody who's reading take out of it?
Whose stories are you telling? In a nutshell.
Telling the story of a woman who is striving, right? And some may thrive, at that place they are thriving, but striving is what's most key. Somebody who's grounded, somebody who is hardworking, somebody who is considerate, somebody who is aspirational, somebody who's totally whole, right? Who's considerate, and somebody who's glamorous, who's nice looking, who's, it doesn't mean that because you are at a point where telling you, are you sure that this is a Christian magazine? I say it's a magazine with a Christian flavor.
Wait, what? I didn't even know that.
Yes, it doesn't mean, are you a Christian magazine? You're always thinking about
Christian flavor.
Because love of others and love of God.
Okay,
I'm not
so
going to do
the basis of
everything.
Being Christian, which is to be Christ-like,
absolutely,
which is to care for the next human being at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Now, I think we should transition into what's happening today.
Absolutely.
So we now have a website. It's running. We've now even almost transitioned into special editions. Before, you published on a
monthly
basis, monthly. Because I know you were doing monthly, then you became bi-monthly, and then at some point it became quarterly. So can you walk me through the changes and the reasoning behind those changes?
Okay, the thing is, we are in the market, you have to feel the market.
Okay.
Clearly, we're printing, the first edition of the magazine we sold out, right? We sold out a number of them. I think we did 2,000 copies and they all went because we launched it.
Okay.
Eventually you find that you print 2,000 magazines. We're selling 5,000. You take out 5,000 magazines and 4,000 are coming back. Or 3,000 are coming back. And you're like, what's the point? And that's just being honest. So we started to have events where we give out these magazines, but then the cost of printing was so high. And it just didn't make sense for us to be doing what we're doing. And we're trying to still be alive, right? Because putting a magazine together, we started with 100 pages, come on. Then went down to 60 pages. It was still a tough one to do. You're paying people's salaries. So we started to reduce, just to at least give ourselves that window. Even though we thought that going on digital space would help us. But I didn't quite get all those things right. And I apologize to the viewers. The people who are watching now who have tried to read all the editions, but they're going to come on. And so we didn't quite get it right. So it was just reading the moment and deciding to do that. But along the line, we started to say, you know what? The least we could do is have people who really wanted to tell their stories, special editions. And where I called it an intelligent brochure. For example, I started going to first ladies. Let's see your state. Take us through, but you pay for the production. Let's make it happen. We did for Ekiti State, we did for Cross River State. They were the only ones that bid.
Okay.
So that was an idea to begin to do special editions. So
Okay, so then you were
spoke to
venturing
organizations.
outside of just magazines.
Absolutely.
You were publishing other things.
But they were magazines because
Yeah.
you will enjoy it, you will understand it as a story, but we just didn't sell them. We gave them out. So the cost is, we're not depending on selling. So if, for example, someone came to me and said, okay, I want to tell a story about, we tell the story, but just cover the cost of production, right? And we'll do it. And if stories, it doesn't mean that because I say we do special editions, that we just tell any story.
Okay.
It still has to meet the criteria.
So how do you select? Like, say somebody comes and says, hey, I'd like to tell my story. I
And
think it's
listen.
amazing.
No, but
if
most
you don't think it's amazing, how do you let them down? How do you end up making that selection? Because I'm sure a lot of people will come to you and say,
You have an editorial board.
like to
not
tell my
everybody. No,
story.
there's an editorial board if it's good enough. I mean, because we don't just give everybody.
and
the
if it
board
aligns
decides
with the values
the
of the brand
values,
as
absolutely.
well.
So it's not
All right. Now we're going to fast forward to today, and I know that's a
To now.
that's a massive transition. You're getting to the phase where you now have your own independent brand in communication,
Yeah.
in coaching. So where would you like to see? Because I speak to people all the time, people in the industry, people that I meet along the way, and they talk about how, you are the face of this brand. So what do you envision for the future? I know we were talking behind camera, out of camera, and you talked about TW Media being really the forefront of what we're doing and not just focusing on magazines, because I mean, to
Absolutely.
be frank, people are not buying magazines on shelves as much anymore. People are absorbing content on the TikToks, on the Instagram, on even Facebook at some point. I mean, you've transitioned nicely over the years from TV
What's
to
next?
print to, we now have a website and we had an app at some point.
Yeah, we're good.
So now what? Like, I've come on to learn and understand.
That's right.
And I've come on at the point where we're now at the phase of special productions. Even coffee
Projects,
table
what you
books,
call projects.
like special projects.
Okay, I get you.
You said, and I
get you.
quote, "We are more than a magazine right now. We are telling stories and publishing more."
When did I say that? Anyways, okay. Let me first off, for the benefit of those who are watching and trying to understand, Amaka is my daughter. I never planned that one.
She's
day.
the only one that's allowed to call me Amaka. Please do not call me Amaka in the streets. I will not answer you.
Never in my wildest dream did I think you were going to do this. But it's a good thing because I was getting to a stage where, what am I going to do with this magazine? What am I going to do with this stuff? There's so much in my head. There's so much I want to do. There's so much I can do. And so I'm glad that you're interested. So what I need people to understand is that there's always time for a transition. It's not as if you're editor of Today's Woman, but you are part of the brand to the extent that we're developing something.
And we're still developing it.
We're developing something that will be bigger, but still accommodates the dream, the dream of being. Because, like you said, in the time that I've had you come on board, even for people who have worked with me, you came on as a board member before. Where I had Jennifer and I had Eki, because to support. Jennifer was the editor, and they've been very supportive. I mean, I cannot deny that. But it's made us see that there are things we can do better. So the direction now is to have what I call a one-stop shop for everything media. We have the magazine, right? We have I can produce a book,
Exactly.
right? A coffee table book. I can write. We have authored a few books. I mean, my own books are coming out very soon, and your book too.
Yes.
So we're working on. You can publish, well, but publishing is the direction we're going. There's going to be a lot of clips, video clips, more video, audio, visual, and things like that. But I want for the next 6 months, while we are working on this, I just thought we took a break, from January. And it was like, we can't keep going like this. We have to have a direction. I said, okay, let's just slow down and breathe. I said, what's going to happen to the advertiser? I said, no, slow down and breathe. So we've slowed down, we've breathed. And we're working and like, look, we must come back on the 1st of April. And from now up until September, our anniversary, I want to throw back in time to all that we've done. I want to carry you along from day one.
It's like a reintroduction of who we are, and I can now say we. Who we are.
Sounds good.
Who we are and what we've done up until today. So we'll be.
She has her life, she has her thing she's doing.
Disclaimer. I mean, she's trying to kick me out of this thing, but let me know that I'm a media baby. Now maybe this, I dare here. It only makes sense. I mean, they said I'd be sounding like her since I was like 10 years old, so I might as well.
Okay, so what's going to happen? The thing is, this is just saying that for the next few months, they're going to be seeing different TW and our journey, and we're going to have fun showing some of. In fact, I saw a picture of Funke Akindele just now. I have to share it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was one as I was looking through the old editions. The person we engaged to comb through all say, Choke Silva had this kind of low cut. She looks so beautiful. So there are things I'm going to. I mean, I remember Chimamanda the first time she was on this magazine. Yeah. She was not even on the cover. She was on the inside. And when she had just written Purple Hibiscus.
Yeah.
And then the question we asked was that, so what are you reading now? And she had just won the one prize. I can't remember what the prize is now. And she was like, well, I don't know, but this is what I'm reading now. I don't know if I'm going to win it again.
Yeah.
You know, she eventually came on cover. So to see those things and to remember and let it be on the digital space, that's my desire.
Yes, you know, digitizing and documenting and archiving really, because I find it's important to create capsules and have this thing like embodied in time, because I think it's something fantastic that you've done to the media industry. And I'm not just saying this because I'm your Pekin.
Look at your book.
My book,
Bring
yes.
Bring it.
Okay.
Look what's written here. I am she is me. Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
I am she is me. Anyway, but the bottom line of what we're saying is, get ready for a lot of, not behind the scenes, back edition.
Yeah, it's a throwback. It's highlighting
6 months of throwback. I think they're going to have fun.
Yeah, because you featured a significant amount of celebrities. It would be nice to also engage and re-engage with those people and, you know, talk about their story from then to now. We're storytellers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
One story that, I mean, you talk about the pastor that at the time you were speaking to him, he had just lost his wife.
Absolutely.
And
now he's gone too. In fact, we should speak to his kids.
I know, which would be nice. So we will do our best to try and re-engage as many people as we can. We will be showcasing all the people that we had on the cover in a way that will be enjoyable and engaging with you. So watch this space. We're looking forward to running through our throwback with you guys and hearing what you have to say about it. And who knows, we might end up even like creating a collector's edition.
Yeah, just like this. Because, I mean, the thing with the 130 you mentioned, 120 is a functional plus the real one.
No, it's more than 120.
Okay.
Because I did a combination
of... so because of the specials that we've done.
Exactly.
So we've done some good content and we should let it go. So
especially this last one.
Just watch this space, correct?
Yes, watch the space. Watch the space. Any last words to the ladies and the gentlemen out there?
Watch this space.
Okay.
I mean, because once you have a dream, you have to keep trying. You know, I'm an apostle of begin again. I believe in beginning and beginning. You come down, you go up. You come down, you go up. So this is a new beginning. Another new beginning.
Any advice for me?
Yes, just go with the flow. You got it already in your body, looks like.
All right.
So you know, but you make sure we have the money coming in.
Yeah, me, my honest money.
No.
Here you go.
Okay,
we're going to cheers to new beginnings. No, it's not. Is it new beginnings? What did you?
Another new beginning.
Another new beginning. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Catch you later. Thank you for sitting through all of these parts, this entire conversation that I had with this special human being. I'd like you guys to leave comments and maybe even like let me know who you would like me to speak to next. I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope that you are enjoying these conversations. I'm gonna catch you again next time while we interview our next person. I wonder who it would be.